Crunch, crackle, boom. That's the sound of some of the most addicting snacks hitting your taste buds. But have you ever stopped mid-bite and thought, how are these even made? Take Takis, for example. That fiery rolled-up tortilla chip packs a punch of heat and crunch in every bite. What kind of wizardry turns simple corn into a snack that burns so good? Then there's Cheez-It, so small, yet so packed with cheesy goodness. How do they get that perfect crisp and iconic flavor? And let's not forget Pocky, the Japanese snack that somehow makes biscuit sticks and chocolate a match made in heaven. Today we're pulling back the curtain on these legendary snacks. Get ready, because this might just change how you look at your favorite munchies forever. 1. The science of the perfect crunch. Ever wondered why some snacks have that satisfying, addictive crunch? It's not just by chance, it's pure science. Every bite of Takis, Cheez-It, and Pocky is carefully designed to deliver the perfect crisp. But how do they do it? First, it all starts with the right ingredients. Takis use corn, Cheez-It relies on wheat flour and cheese, and Pocky starts with a biscuit dough. But here's the trick. Moisture is the enemy of crunch. That's why the dough for each snack is carefully mixed, shaped, and dried to remove excess water. Less moisture equals more crunch. Next comes the cooking process. Takis are fried at high temperatures, locking in that hard, rolled-up crunch. Cheez-It squares go through a unique baking process that makes them crispy yet light. And Pocky? Its biscuit sticks are baked to a delicate crisp before getting their signature chocolate coating. But here's something crazy. Scientists actually measure crunch. Factories use sound wave technology to test how loud a snack crunches. The louder, the better. That's why biting into a Takis feels explosive, while a Cheez-It delivers a softer, flaky crunch. 2. From dough to snack. The transformation process. Ever looked at a bag of Takis or a box of Cheez-It and thought, how does this start as simple dough? The journey from raw ingredients to the final snack is a mix of science, engineering, and some serious precision. Let's start with Takis. It all begins with corn, ground into fine flour, mixed with water, and shaped into a thin dough. This dough is cut into small circles, then rolled into those tight, famous spirals. But here's the secret. Before frying, they're dried to remove extra moisture. This step is what gives Takis their rock-solid crunch after they hit the fryer. Once fried, they get a spicy coating, ensuring every piece is packed with bold flavor. Now, Cheez-It follows a different path. It starts as wheat flour mixed with real cheese, butter, and seasonings. The dough is flattened, cut into tiny squares. And here's the cool part. Each piece gets a small hole in the middle. Why? That hole lets steam escape while baking, preventing air bubbles and creating that signature crispy texture. Then there's Pocky, a sweet twist on the process. The biscuit dough is rolled into thin sticks, baked until golden, and then comes the magic. Each stick is dipped into a smooth, creamy chocolate coating, leaving just enough space to hold without getting messy. 3. The flavor explosion. How the magic happens. What makes these snacks so insanely delicious? It's not just about taste, it's about how flavors hit your tongue, trigger your brain, and keep you coming back for more. Every bite of Takis, Cheez-It, and Pocky is designed to give maximum flavor in the most satisfying way. Let's start with Takis. The moment they hit your tongue, you feel the burn. But why does it taste so good? The secret is the intense chili lime powder coating. This isn't just sprinkled on, it sticks to every rolled chip thanks to a mix of oils and fine seasoning. The spice doesn't just add heat, it actually activates pain receptors in your mouth, which your brain mistakes for excitement. That's why you can't stop eating them. Now, Cheez-It is all about the cheese, but is it real? Yes. Each tiny square is made with actual aged cheese, which gives it that deep, rich flavor. The baking process caramelizes the cheese, creating a perfect balance of saltiness and umami, a savory, mouth-watering taste. That little burst of cheese in every crunch, that's no accident. And Pocky, it's smooth, sweet, and melts in your mouth. The chocolate isn't just dipped randomly, it's tempered, meaning it hardens with the perfect snap. The thin layer allows the chocolate to coat your tongue evenly, making every bite feel extra indulgent. Fourth, mass production versus homemade. Why they taste different. Have you ever tried making your favorite snacks at home? No matter how hard you try, something always feels off. That's because mass-produced snacks like Takis, Cheez-It, and Pocky are made using high-tech machines, extreme precision, and secret techniques that are almost impossible to recreate in a regular kitchen. Let's take Takis. At home, you might roll up a tortilla and fry it, but it won't have that same tight, crunchy texture. In factories, giant rollers press the dough into perfect circles before machines roll them up at lightning speed. Then, they're flash-fried at the exact right temperature and tumbled in a rotating drum that evenly coats every single chip in spicy powder. No clumps, no uneven seasoning, just pure, consistent flavor. Now Cheez-It. You can bake cheesy crackers, but will they have that light, crispy crunch? Probably not. Factories use high-pressure ovens that bake thousands of crackers at once, removing just the right amount of moisture while locking in flavor. That signature cheesy taste comes from a mix of real cheese and a special baking process that gives them their golden color. The addictive factor. Why we can't stop eating them. Ever told yourself, just one more, only to realize you finished the whole bag? That's not an accident. Snacks like Takis, Cheez-It, and Pocky are scientifically designed to keep you reaching for more. It's not just about taste, it's about how they trick your brain into craving another bite. First, let's talk about texture. That crunch you love? It's actually part of the addiction. Studies show that our brains associate crispy foods with freshness, making them more satisfying to eat. The louder the crunch, the more our brain enjoys it. That's why Takis and Cheez-It feel so good to munch on. Even Pocky, with its smooth chocolate and light biscuit, gives just enough crisp to keep things interesting. Then there's the flavor balance, a perfect mix of fat, salt, and sugar. Takis bring the heat, but they also have a tangy lime kick that keeps your taste buds guessing. Cheez-It has a mix of saltiness and umami that makes your mouth water. And Pocky? The sweet chocolate and slightly salty biscuit combo make it impossible to stop at just one. Finally, your brain plays a trick on you. These snacks trigger dopamine, the same feel-good chemical released when you do something exciting. That little rush of happiness, it makes you want more. 6. Behind the scenes, little-known facts and secrets. Think you know everything about Takis, Cheez-It, and Pocky? Think again. Behind every bite, there are some crazy facts and secrets most people have never heard of. Let's start with Takis. Did you know they were originally created in Mexico in the 1990s? That's right. They weren't always the global sensation they are today. Also, that spicy powder? Factories actually coat Takis using a tumbling drum that spins at high speeds, ensuring every chip gets an even layer of heat. And here's something wild. There are over 30 different Takis flavors worldwide. Ever heard of Takis Cobra or guacamole flavor? Now Cheez-It has been around for over 100 years. It was first made in 1921, and the recipe has barely changed since. But have you ever wondered why there's a tiny hole in every square? That hole isn't for decoration. It allows steam to escape while baking, keeping the cracker crisp and preventing bubbles. No hole equals no crunch. And Pocky? It was first introduced in Japan in 1966 and was inspired by the idea of mess-free snacking. The chocolate doesn't cover the entire stick, so your fingers stay clean while eating. And here's a fun fact. Pocky comes in some wild flavors, including wasabi, sweet potato, and even wine. And that's the secret behind your favorite snacks. From the perfect crunch to the flavors that keep you hooked, it's all science, precision, and a little snack magic. Which one is your favorite? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more awesome food facts. See you next time.